Hola, aquí Margatilla, and welcome back to another episode of Explaining La Más Draga 3, the Mexican drag competition. We are on the semifinals of the third season, and this episode is very interesting. So let's do it all by ourselves. We don't have any special guests, so let's keep it quick so you can understand all of the drama that is happening. Okay, so the episode starts, as you know, with Jenny Carmona entering the workroom one last time to introduce to the girls the main challenge, La Más Antojable. They basically have to do an outfit and a commercial based on a popular Mexican dish. And you know, Mexico has the best food in the world, don't at me. So there's a lot of options to pick and there's a lot of good food. Aside from this challenge, we have a very special surprise. Pepe and Teo enter the workroom and they basically tell the girls that they have to work in pairs with a special guest. So let's do each pair and explain what happens with each one this episode because it's gonna be very interesting. The most important one is Miss Taboo and Soro Nasty. Now, this is drama and the best television at its finest because previously Miss Taboo has said that this girl, Soro Nasty, a contestant from the second season, was talking a lot of shit about her. She said a lot of things during the season about her. So this is the gag that they paired these girls with each other because they don't not stand each other. Now they do, now they are fine and stuff, but they didn't get along at all. So there was a lot of drama because, as I said, the challenge was to make a commercial for the food that they were presenting as. During rehearsals, Soro Nasty didn't want to help at all. She didn't want to, was trying to sabotage her a little bit because, you know, they had bad blood. A TV show and drama needs to happen, so Soro was like, no, I'm not helping her, there's no way she's gonna pour salsa in my dress, in my hair, she's not prepared, she doesn't know what to do, blah 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 blah. And in the workroom they start talking shit because apparently Miss Taboo said a lot of shit about Soro Nasty's dad and about Soro Nasty. There's a lot of happening, a lot of bad blood that used to happen in the past between these two girls, and they're just going at each other, like they definitely do not stand each other. So I'm gonna tell you what happens at the end, but I'm gonna go with the other pairs. The second pair is Memo Reiri and Eva Blunt. Eva Blunt is a girl from my season, the first season, and she's basically known because she's very sexual, she's very weed friendly, and Memo is also very sexual. You're gonna see what happens. They do have very good chemistry because they have been friends since a long time, and it worked out during rehearsals and stuff. The third pair is Madison Barry and Galavaro, who previously was in the duo of Red Rabidua in the second season. This was a very good pair because Madison is very smart, you know, like she knows what to do to entertain, so they were really good. They had a good commercial at the end. Now there's the other Red Rabbit duo from the duo from the second season, and is Misraga Diamante and Genesis Fox. Now this was the best pair because Misraga Diamante knows what to do, she knows what to say, she knows what to act, so it was a very good performance overall. It was amazing. The commercial was stunning. Then we have Rudy Reyes and Nina Fuente from the second season. This was a very good pair because Nina's, you know, very polished, she's a señora, she's an aunt, and Rudy Reyes is like very Mexican, she has the flavor of the Mexican flavor. And this pair was very good with each other. And last but not least, we have Abies Who, the returning queen, with the winner of the first season, Deborah La Grande. Now this was a problem because Deborah is a very big personality, and Abies Who is not, so there was a problem of outshining Abies Who is in the competition, but at the end it was kind of weird because they did work the energy with each other, but Deborah did outshine Abies a little bit. Now there's a lot of drama in the workroom because, as I told you, Soro and Misa were fighting, but also Memo already called out Rudy, Madison and Misa because there was like some kind of alliance between these girls, and they were like rude with other girls, they were bullying the other girls, sort of like a Alaska Talks moment that we never saw during the season, but apparently it was happening backstage. So Memo called out the girls and there was like fighting, nothing really relevant. Now we go to the main runway where Carlita Diaz introduces the judges, Jerry Mejia, Johnny and Letal, and the very special guest, Carmelita Salinas, who is a very big personality in Mexican TV media. Like, she's big. Everybody knows who Carmelita is. As you know, in previous episodes, she was part of the ficheras, she was part of Mexican cinema, she was part of the novelas. She's a very big icon and a very conservative icon too. So that plays a little bit in the episode. The runway starts and the first one is Memo Ready, who is doing a chiles en nogada. That is a chili with meat inside, and there's like white sauce with red cranberries, kind of fruits on the top. It's a very Mexican dish that we all eat in September because that's like the only date that you can use granada. And this was very interesting because Memo was, you know, playing the chile en nogada, and instead of being eaten by the people, he eats Toxicos as, literally, and everybody's shocked. It even had to be censored. The look itself wasn't very successful, but the runway was very shocking, apparently. We couldn't see it, but apparently it was very shocking. The commercial wasn't really good, like they didn't have a lot of chemistry at the end. It was kind of awkward. It didn't have like comedic rhythm in it. Then we have Madison Barry, who is dressed as a taco. The look is very simple. It didn't read as very fashion. It was very for the semi-finale. I don't know, it was okay. But the commercial was really good. Like, Madison's very funny and she knows what to do. It was very entertaining, actually. Then we have Avies, who is dressed as corn. Now, corn is very, very special in Mexico because since the pre-Hispanic times, corn was basically like gold to pre-Hispanic people, and it was used as money, actually. And Mexico has a very, very, very big variety of corn, and it's very important to Mexican culture. That's why she was dressed with corn from all types and gold, because we know corn as the Mexican golden, and it's not a fruit, food, a Mexican golden fruit. No, food, food. Now, her commercial was okay. As I said, Deborah outshone Avies a little bit, but it wasn't bad as per se. It was actually pretty decent. Now, Rudy Reyes is also dressed as chile en nogada, as Memo, but this was a very successful because it was very campy, it was very whimsical, it was really good, and with a big plate, it was really, really amazing. And she poured salsa en nogada on herself. It was really good. And she just have a very good domain on the runway, and this was a very successful week for her because also her commercial was really, really funny. I think it was maybe the second funniest. It was a really good, they have really good chemistry, and props to Rudy because she redeemed herself this week. Then we have Miss Taboo, who is dressed as a waitress with a very typical print that we use in the tables in Mexican fondas and Mexican restaurants. She's basically selling the idea of flautas. Flautas are like fried tacos. And then she has like a moment with BDSM. It wasn't really well executed because it didn't look good for a semi-final. And coming from Mista, it was really weird because it was really out of her element. The commercial was really bad. At the end, Soto did outshine Mista, and Mista just seemed very nervous, and it was very upsetting to see what was happening because Mista did look a lot out of her element, which was very weird. And last but not least, we have Misraga Diamante, who is dressed as a salbut, a very traditional dish in Yucatan in the south of Mexico. It's basically like a tostada with a lot of things on it. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but she's wearing it as a sombrero. Then she has a reveal with her dress that is apparently like a Coke bottle. She does have a little accident, she falls, but then she goes back up and as if nothing happened. Now, her commercial was really good. It was the best, it was the funniest, it just was excellent. The episode goes by, there's a lot of drama with Memo doing very nasty things, and Madison, apparently she had to do something with the dress because it was hidden from her like all the season. It was something very confusing, and apparently it wasn't a good week for anyone except Raga and Rudy. And the results ends with Miss Rudy Reyes being the winner of the episode and the first finalist. Then Misraga does well and she's also a finalist. And the third finalist is Madison Barry. Now, this is a semi-final of 6 people, so we have a lip sync of 3 people to find who is the 4th finalist. The song of the lip sync is really bad. It's like a very bad song, period. So it was a very uncomfortable lip sync, but at the end, ABS Cool wins it, and she's the final finalist, with Miss Taboo and Memo Ready sadly being eliminated in the semi-final. Memo did pretty good on the season. Miss Taboo did actually really good. She had, bumps here and there, but she was a fan favorite, so this was a very controversial elimination. Congratulations to the final 4. Now go to the next video to see what happens in the finale, because it's very exciting. Before that, there was a reunion happening, but it was really boring. So let's not talk about that. The reunions in La Más Draga are not good at all. So yeah, this was the semi-final. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I know it was very late, but that's what happens. And I was gonna end this series no matter what happened before the next one starts. So yeah, you can PayPal me at paypal.me/Margatilla. Thank you all for your tips, and I'll see you soon. Go watch the other videos, please. Recuerda que valen 1000 y ya.